Hello everybody, welcome to third video of our course, and in this video we are going to start our workflow of our main project in this course. And we will create a scene of a room with some interior with sofa and some tables. So let's start our project. So first of all, we will create a project folder on our system. We will do this project in a proper way, in a proper workflow, so everything will be well organized and you will understand that how you can approach any 3D Max project professionally. So on the desktop we are going to create one new folder, and we can name this folder as first project, or we can say the sofa and tables. And now this folder is empty. Now we will set up our project folder for this 3D Studio Max project. We will go to main file explorer, go to manage, and then we will select set project folder, and here we will choose our folder we just have created, and we will click on OK. So here you can see all the folders are available, and in scenes section we can create some new folders for our images or textures, etc., or other things which we are using in our project. So it's a good technique. After that, we will just come here and we will set up our units for our project. So because we are creating some room and then the interior design for that room, so we will set up our unit in to some inches or feet. So we'll go to customize and unit setup, and here you will find some setup sections. If we click on metric, we are going to use international system, and we can just select meters, kilometers, etc. And if we click on US standards, we can use feet, decimal feet, fractional feet, and which is a good idea, and people usually use this method. Otherwise, if your project is not the realistic one, then you can use the metric units, which are the standard units. Also, we can click on this system unit setup, and we can change different things here. For example, one unit here, in case of metric, one unit of metric equal to 1 centimeters or 1 inches or 1 feet, whatever we want. So this is the section. Now we are not going to approach this section. We will just select US standards and we'll choose feet and fractional inches. We'll click on OK, and now our units are totally set up. We will start our project with starting our walls. So for walls, we can just create one box, and we can click on box geometry and just create a box like this. Just make it randomly, and now we will give height, width, and length for this room. So here you can find the details for this box. If, for example, you skip to some another option, for example, first of all we will arrange our box in center of grid. So for that, we can press F12 key on our board, and unfortunately my F12 key is not working. It's the fault of my system. Not fault, actually my light is here on F12. So we can arrange this from the another way, no problem. So we can just right click on this move and transform type, and we will find the same window, transform window, which we can find by pressing F12. So here in this window you can see our object is x-axis and y-axis, and we can just make it to 0. Just write 0 here, 0 here, and now our object is centered, aligned to our grid. Now we are ready to go. Now if we want to change width and height of this object and other specification, we will click on this modifier tab, and we will find its parameters here. Okay, so now we will change its parameters. So we want actually 14 feet, or normal rule we can say 24 feet of height and 24 feet width, and height we can give it to 9 feet. Okay, so now our box is ready, our room walls are ready, and we can rename these walls. This is a best technique and best practice, because we should arrange our objects in a proper way, in proper layers. Okay, so here we are going to say this object, rename this object like walls, and enter. And here on the left side you can see we have new layer of walls, so it's very important. So if we have objects in layers, we can hide or show our any object at any point of our project. So after that we can also organize this thing by clicking on this option, and then we will select one option here, this one, sort by layers, and then our walls are organized into default layers. One main layer is created and our walls are organized in this layer. Okay, so we can rename this default layer if we want, and we can create another layer also, and we can drag this walls to that layer as well, whatever we want. Okay, so now we don't need to rename this thing, and our basic setup is done. Now we will save our scene. So for that we will go to save section, and you will see that we are directly directed to our specific scene section in our setup folder. So that's very nice. Here we can name our scene, and we can name it to something like sofa and tables, interior, and then we can save our scene. That's it. In this video we have learned that how to set up our basic project, how to save a scene in a project, how to give unit setups, how to transform our object on a specific position in our grid, and that's it. In next video we will move some further. Thank you very much.